This week on Show Me Your News, 4 character updates, including Marth and Mega Man, changing movesets to fit more game references in the MAILTIME segment, and Alolan Raichu rounds out the 5th week of Smash Blog updates. Masahiro Sakurai, I implore you to... Show me your news! Greetings, Smash fans, and welcome back to Show Me Your News Ultimate, your weekly weekend podcasting source recapping the biggest news in anticipation of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. My name is Peter Spezia, but you may remember me as Youko. Joining me this week, it's Tony Mattingly, but you may know him as TonyTH.
Hey, how's it going?
And it's Grant Smith, but you may know him as MasterWGS or MasterWGS. Grant, welcome back to Show Me Your News.
Heyo, what up? I haven't heard MasterWGS in a while.
Well, it's all back from the, 11 years ago, something like that. We did Show Me Your News, so... something's die hard, I'm sure.
You guys were one of my first podcasts I ever listened to.
Oh, my God.
It's kind of a crazy full circle thing.
It's so weird to hear that. And then when people then go and, make their own podcasts or go and do their own content creation. I mean, you did Box of Danger. You're now with Team 4-Star Gaming. I mean, that's remarkable. It's so good to have you back.
Thank you so much. And it's great to be back. Thanks for inviting me.
Of course. Make sure to join our Discord server if you're listening out there on podcast services. That's over at showmeyournews.com/Discord. We're opening our recordings there to listen live and also chat live. And I also wanted to give Icon's Combat Arena a shout out here. Go to Steam right now. Icon's Combat Arena is made by Wave Dash Games. They're, old guard members of Smashboards, the Smash World forums. They got together, the Project M dev team. They made their own platform fighter. It's fast like Melee. It has that intense action, and it's free. It's in early access, just released on Steam. So go give Icon's Combat Arena a download. And then I also wanted to shout out SMYN, friend of the show. That's like Psychic and Brainiac kind of combined together there. But over on his YouTube channel at SMYN, he invited me over to do a little Smash Brothers podcast. So that was a good conversation there. I wanted to give that a shout out as well. Grant, let's catch up with you. What's new, man? How's life?
Well, as you mentioned earlier, I am now part of TFS Gaming, which, if you know my history, is a crazy turn of events.
There's like a faux one-sided rivalry.
Yeah, from my Box of Danger days where I goofed on the whole of Team 4-Star to now literally working with them and receiving a paycheck from them is a crazy turn on thing. But yeah, I've been doing that. Been starting my own streaming on my own Twitch on stuff, MasterWGS, if you want to check that out. And yeah, basically having tons of time to play a bunch of video games, because now it's kind of my job.
So of all those games, what have been some of your favorites?
I really enjoyed, we've been doing a bunch of Pokemon Nuzlocks lately, which I've played Pokemon like my whole life, but Nuzlocking them was actually never something I ever really considered doing until my friend Kieran was like, hey, people really like watching those and they seem like they would be fun to do. We should try that sometime. And so we just kind of threw together the rules and decided we would see what it was like on Leaf Green. And we've just been going through each generation ever since. It's been a real fun time as someone who had heard the term but didn't really know what it meant until I was doing it.
Yeah, gosh, I see those, do really good numbers on your YouTube channel. You see some of the fan art sometime with Mistake and
oh yeah,
that's always so cool to see.
Those runs are so sadistic and chaotic.
Oh yeah, it can be real scary because it suddenly makes what felt like a totally minor choice when your Pokemon feigning was like a minor inconvenience at worst, and now it's just every little decision is oh man, I could eat that hit, but if it's somehow a critical, that's going to ruin everything, and I can't just, even though it's a 1 in whatever chance, I can't bank on that. This is too important, and just silly little decisions like that and stuff, just suddenly feeling like it could be the end of the world.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Such a big twist.
So in your spare time, I know on your Twitch streams, you've also been playing a lot of Icons Combat Arena. We mentioned that at the top of the show there. What are some of your takes on it? Like some of your thoughts on it?
I've really been liking it. It's kind of unfortunate because right now, all the hubbub is a lot of people are really upset with their free-to-play model. And I do think that's a fair criticism to level at it. But since I was someone who, when I played in the closed beta earlier, I really found myself enjoying it to the point of where I was glad to give them the $25 for their like founder pack thing, just have immediate access to all the characters. And since I haven't had to deal with the grind of unlocking characters, I feel like I'm talking about this from an inexperienced perspective. But like I can definitely see where it needs some room for some value changes. But the core game itself, I think, is actually incredibly good. Like I have really been enjoying it. Right before we started recording, I was actually playing it and kind of plan on going back to playing it after the podcast is over because I'm just having such a good time with it.
There you go. I mean, it's a great game to have on that Steam platform. And for those that are really eagerly waiting a new Smash, I mean, that seems like a good game to carry over.
Yeah, like it's as someone who was really into Melee and then got into the competitive side of it, and then future Smash Brothers games I liked, but just never had the same competitive like drive for it that I did for Melee. For a while, Project M was like a huge, just like I was really into that. I would say I got even more into that than Melee. But once kind of development on that started slowing down, I started finding myself plateauing, and I just kind of like I still enjoy playing it, but just not nearly as much. And then, you know, just the more difficulty of having a CRT plugged up and everything, like just having the perfect experience of playing it. Now that I have this on Steam is actually really, really just convenient and quick and easy. So I've been really digging it.
Yeah, I know I have it installed on my computer. It's a matter of finding the time to play. Yeah, Tony, I don't know if you've gotten into it yet.
No, I haven't. I'm replaying SteamWorld Dig 2 for some reason because I fucking love it. It's hard to find time to... I've got this crazy backlog and I'm just replaying a fucking game because I like it so much.
Well, that's always good. But I definitely recommend it for those that are looking to kind of get that Smash fix until Ultimate comes out. As far as Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, some quick hits, some headlines that have happened in Smash Brothers news. Nintendo's Switch and the Switch News platform, they promoted that you can kind of...
Oops, my bad. I was just trying to listen in.
What?
Oh, hi.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Challenger approaching. Jesus Christ.
Sorry about that. It's stuck in speaker mode.
Hi, Miles Allen. You know him as Super? Jeez.
Yes, indeedy. I did not mean to enter with the mic. I am on the move. I apologize.
Calling in from a Smash Brothers tournament. How's it going out there?
It's going just great. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of smells.
Peter was just doing a transition and it sounded like we were in a mall.
I was going to say, am I hearing myself back? What is this?
Nope. I still do not know how to turn this into like not speaker mode. So that's awesome. So I apologize, everybody.
Okay, well, we're glad you're here. So we were just about to talk about the Sakurai special interview on the Nintendo Switch News platform where they say you can follow the Super Smash Brothers channel and you get the whole access to this 5-part interview. I just wanted to throw it out there instead of breaking it down like, oh, Sakurai says in a whole segment. The only thing I found particularly interesting that he said was at the end where Ridley, apparently his down taunt is the standing up one to show how big he is.
Yes. He's a tall boy.
He hits the big time. But go check that out. That's on, we've got it in our show notes. It's on different websites there for the copy and pasted text. But it's a lot of the same things you've heard before. I mean, he's trying to balance this for, competitive and the wide open audience, but also really focus on making the game faster, making sure that...
But not too fast.
Right, but not too fast and uncontrollable.
The thing that really got me about that whole thing was like, all these articles are going crazy. Well, Melee's to this, to that. And I'm like, yeah, there's some stupid stuff in Melee. L canceling is not a good mechanic. Maybe if things were already fast enough, but I don't agree with L canceling.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's one of those things where it is ultimately unnecessary.
Hi, Grant.
Hello.
That's not me. That's not me. That was not me.
That wasn't my motorcycle, but it was outside. I apologize. I don't know what to do about that.
So yeah, so as far as reading that entire article went, that was really the only things that stuck out to me was I can't wait for Ridley to have an animation error in T-pose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that Ultimate looks like it's going to be a step in the direction that I would like, but after playing some Smash 4 today, I really hope it's different.
Yeah.
I think it will be. I mean, from what they've just shown and from what people have said that have played it, like I think it'll be faster. And they seem to be thinking of like competitive people a little more than they ever have.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen just makes me think that it's a step in the right direction, just perhaps not big enough for my hopes.
Yeah, you're more of a Slap City man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, I've only played Slap City like once, but
Same.
It seems good so far.
That buff fish.
Oh yeah, I love that. Might be one of my favorite character designs of like the last few years.
It's a pretty good
muscular
one.
Fish.
So Miles, this other article here was one that you wanted to include, saying that Bill Trinen says that Smash Brothers was not a happy accident.
What revisionist history bullshit is that? Smash is a happy accident. It's always been a happy accident. And while I do know that he's still kind of like, oh, well, they always knew that wave dashing was in there and all the competitive aspects were there. And it was Sakurai is just so meticulous. There was no way to know everything, like everything together.
I just want to have like someone pulls out a VHS from like 2000 and they pop it in and it's Sakurai like moonwalking, wave dashing, L canceling, doing like all this crazy stuff. Just being like, they're going to figure this out one day and we're going to have to let them know that it's all on purpose.
I am the best. Bow down to me. Never ask for anything again.
Once they figure out the final technique, we'll release the tape.
There's still something hidden.
Is the article specifically about Melee becoming crazy competitive or just Smash becoming popular in general?
The whole article is displayed as a Smash in general, but he calls out the more advanced techniques that were displayed in Smash 64 and Smash Melee. 64 specifically being Z canceling.
Right, because I mean, that's what I'm reading. It just seems like Smash in general too, but like even in that fucking sense, like Sakurai just kind of made this weird beat 'em up fucking engine that was like really new and interesting, and then he just put Mario and Donkey Kong and Samus and Pikachu or some shit in it, and then it just blew up to what it is, and that in a way is even in its conception is a bit of a happy accident.
Right, like that's all happy accident, but from reading the article, it doesn't seem to be the angle he's going for, especially since like we already know that Smash 64 was not going to be an American release. But then, eventually they decided on it. And, specifically he's talking about the happy accident of the mechanics of the game, at least the way I read it, rather than the game itself, because he specifically calls out the meticulous man that is Sakurai.
Which he absolutely is. I mean, but for Melee, it was a total rush job. He almost killed himself over it.
Right.
But he is
13-month development cycle or something.
And he is very thorough. And I can totally believe that he is, that good of a game developer. But, I guess as someone who had never really heard the terminology before, like I guess I could kind of buy what he's saying, but I suppose that it also makes sense. I found it really interesting how Bill was saying that like he and his team were playing Melee for 10 years. What happened to Brawl? Did you guys not like Brawl?
Because they knew.
They knew.
They knew before it even released. They're like, look, guys, this thing's not as fun. Let's just go back to Melee. I want to moonwalk.
Nate Bieldorf says real men use items, and then it's just all over from there.
Well, luckily that wasn't Nate Bieldorf.
Mm-hmm.
That was Mr. Bill himself.
New Smash, and then we'll release old Smash, and people will love it.
Brilliant.
Well, they say that Smash 4 was the mix between Melee and Brawl, and now Smash Ultimate looks to be the mix between Smash 4 and Melee, so we're slowly bringing ourselves back to Melee.
They're trying to fly closer and closer to that sun without getting burned.
Which is a delicate fucking dance. Like, I mean, it's a funny problem and we're mocking it, but it is like, how do we make this playable to casual people, but also not make it Melee? I don't understand what the fuck I'm watching when I'm watching tournaments. I do, but it's just like I don't understand how people's brains go that fast.
The only reason I came in here is because my brain didn't go fast enough and I lost.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You said you were winning so much too.
I was. It was just kind of a brain fart moment. It was a teams match. And I went out there and unfortunately, like, he DI'd away and I was recovering and my teammate just sort of like flubbed entirely. And instead of taking the easy, he didn't know he didn't take the easy edge guard or like the ledge. So like my opponent grabbed the ledge and I was edge guarded, which didn't need to happen because there was like a full 4 seconds for him to decide what he was going to do. And what he did was run away from the ledge. And I'm just kind of like, why have you run away?
You had to make sure he secured that center stage.
Yeah, except for as soon as I died, he ran towards the ledge, and my opponent used ledge invincibility and just killed him immediately. It was just kind of like, well, my dude, I'm sorry I overextended, but my dude.
Well, let's get to the rumor central for this week. Rumor Central. We have a rumor that is talking about a Nintendo Direct on Sunday, July 22nd, which, first of all, immediate red flag for me, at least. It's been about 2 years since we've had a Nintendo Direct on Sunday, much less all of the wish fulfillment for Nintendo fans in this list on 4chan. But it is interesting to point out that with this list, they were talking about Pokemon Funko Pops, in addition to the leak, so to speak, mentions Mario and Zelda. This is a couple days before Pikachu is a Funko exclusive to Target. And then this is also a couple days before, I think it was Shinya Takahashi over at Nintendo said that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. With no pupils at all. That's just fantastic. But then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was supposed to be getting updates, and then they're talking about a Top Hat course and a Shine course for cups and all that. The most important part is it's bringing back talking about King K. Rool and Dixie Kong, bringing it right back to that prime ribs rumor with King and Ponytail, all that good stuff. I mean, on top of it all, between New Super Mario World and Kingdom Hearts 3 on Switch and Mother 3D, let's just whittle it down to the Smash stuff. Like, what do you make of saying that by the end of the month we'll have King K. Rool and Dixie Kong announced?
I really hope so. Like, Dixie's been one I've been wanting for a while. It's really loud over there.
Yeah, no, somebody just like walked over and was just kind of like yelling, and then like people started moving over to where I am. It was a nice quiet corner here a little bit like 5 minutes ago. And now these people are like, well, you're over here. We can be over here now. And I'm like, this is a blank room with nothing in it. The problem is like the fact that is a blank room with nothing in it, that it echoes. Yeah. Speaking of echoes, I still think Dixie's going to end up as an echo.
Good segue. Well done. That's pro.
I do think that Dixie's going to be an echo fighter. And I know everyone's just like, well, no, Diddy's attacks with his tail and all that. And I'm like, yeah, but you can just kind of change the animation for her hair. I know we argued about this before, but I'm sure they can come up with something.
Well, we were actually talking in the Discord channel. People were pointing out, I think it was Xelev who pointed out in our Discord, where Diddy does not attack with his tail and his neutral jab animation.
Interesting.
So that could leave it open for Dixie to possibly be an echo.
Might be the entire reason why he no longer attacks with his tail, because he definitely in Brawl did. I don't know if he did in Smash 4.
Yeah,
no, he did.
I think it's in the character video. Yeah, he's doing that neutral jab animation. It's like, oh, no tail. Okay.
You bring up that Sunday precedent, but now that I think about it, I'm looking at this like fake leak we got, and it says mini direct, right? Do you remember that fucking mini direct? They didn't announce it all. It just fucking happened.
Yeah, it was the Dark Souls remastered one.
If this is a mini direct, I think there's precedent for that it could just fucking happen at any time.
But this would be bigger than Nintendo's E3.
Too much stuff here.
Yeah. This is huge.
Looking at this list here, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, no, this seems crazy.
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of stuff, and to just do that so unannounced seems like a bit much.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
For me, it's like I would have a conspiracy theory at this point that this is just Nintendo trying to get everybody to move away from E3 by being like, we'll have a very sparse presentation there, and then save all of our real stuff right after E3.
Yeah.
Tell you it's not a real show for us.
Right.
Which I think they do and it kind of do. I mean, I think that's the whole idea of their directs in general.
Yeah.
That's not a way off base conspiracy theory. It was so funny their stocks dropped a bit after that whole thing.
Yeah, right. That's the investors. They don't seem to have a clue. But I figured it was worth a mention. It's just it's all part of the story of Smash Brothers and leading up to it all. Mm-hmm. But let's get to the crux of the Smash Brothers news. It is the Smash blog updates. Quite the week this week. Not gonna lie, when people say, I wonder how you guys will do a weekly podcast. This is one of those weeks that tests it. And we even said 11 years ago it would have been amazing to have character updates. Just all the time. But when we know all the characters and we've seen their assets, it isn't that much of a surprise. But we'll start on Sunday, July 8th, the Show Me Your News anniversary, with today's fighter number 21, Marth. Marth is an exceptional sword fighter with a long reach. He'll do the most damage with attacks using the tip of his sword, so spacing is an important factor.
It's Marth.
Classic.
It sure is.
I feel like I'm going to be doing this a lot.
I feel like the only real noticeable difference in his trailer, and they said in the past, like, oh, it's an English voice actor, probably Yuri Lowenthal, providing the voice. But as far as mechanics and all, yeah, the side B is faster. Like, that's about it.
Yeah, it was pretty long, so that's nice. It's just probably just the whole speeding the game up, like the final smashes and everything.
Sure, absolutely.
I've never played Marth very much to even know much of a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I know Marth has gotten more precedence in the Smash 4 tournaments circuits because I think it's like MK Leo has a really strong Marth. So I don't know if it kind of goes down to him, whether or not he can kind of tell us, hey, is Marth a huge force to be reckoned with these days? But honestly, when I was reviewing the video, it doesn't look all that different. Like, side B is fast. That's cool.
Yeah.
And it does look a lot more fun that way. I'm slightly worried that his game might become too focused on it.
Maybe.
Yeah, I could see that getting spammy, yeah.
Like, it gets too fun, especially since, ever since Melee, as far as I know, you get a new direction to push every step of the side B.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, you only get of course there's your forward side B, and then you get the upside B in the next form, and then you unlock the downside B in the third form, and then you can use any finisher on the last one. Right. I'm kind of hoping, and I know this is really unlikely, but I mean, hell, PM did it. So I want to see a backwards finisher.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Like, you forward 3 times and then back 1 in case, your opponent dodge rolled behind you.
Versus Falcon Punch.
Yeah. If someone got dodge rolled behind you and is doing a Falcon Punch for your troubles to do a side B, you're going to want to do something about that.
A quick turnaround punish would be pretty good.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be super quick. You can actually make it slow and have some power, or you can leave that to Roy like they did in PM and make it like a slow, powerful hit that just kind of I'm gonna smack you for trying to get behind me.
Mm-hmm.
As far as some of the images go, I mean, we're seeing, there's of course Castle Siege. We're seeing, what was it called? The arena from the Wii U version, Valor Arena, something like that, is the other Fire Emblem stage that was new. He's on the Great Plateau Tower, the new stage there. Mario Galaxy, the Good Egg Galaxy. There's even, it looks like Peach's Castle, and Ridley is involved there. At first I was too focused on the flames for that one, but then it's suddenly Ridley.
Well, he is a shadowy dragon.
That's absolutely true. It is fun to see some of the humor that Sakurai puts in there. And then, of course, Lynn shows up.
Yeah. And everyone just feels a little worse.
Because she's here too.
Oh, look.
That's right. It's
her.
It's her. I want to do that. I want to do an edit for every character reveal, from here on, of just Look, it's him.
And what a nightmare week it's been.
Yeah,
I know. Not even a stage. Like, it's weird. Like, that's what I'm more. It's music and stages is what I want now.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Over on the Japanese blog for each of these characters, I think they had posts about kind of like, in a way, like the Smash classics, like what was their original game. So they had one for Marth and Fire Emblem. I mean, we'll talk about Kirby next. They showed, Kirby's Dream Land. So they had at least those. In a way, I'm glad we didn't get those as well, but it's good to know that those blog updates also existed. While we're at it, let's get to July 9th. That Monday, it was today's fighter number 6, Kirby. Kirby's ability to copy other fighters is totally unique. While he is light and can be launched easily, he can also jump up to 5 times in the air, so he has great recovery. Look for his new stone transformation too. And of course, that is the chest from Breath of the Wild.
There's a cute bit in the video where he turns into the chest and Link tries to open them, and it's just like, oh no, it's Kirby. And I love the dumb little bits like that they include.
Yeah, I do like the side of the dash attack there. Like, it seems to have a little more initial knockback in the video there.
Yeah, it seems like it kind of shoots him out a little bit further than it used to.
Mm-hmm.
I like the weird little twirl he does in it.
Yeah.
I really don't care for Kirby's Final Smash.
Yeah.
Like, that was like 3 games ago. I think for the quintessential like Kirby Final Smash, it should probably be when he ate that fruit that just let him suck everything in the world in, that rainbow fruit. That just seems more Kirby, than that.
Right.
Than just like the weird sword move from the Wii game.
Honestly, yeah, not only is it the weird sword move, honestly, I was super hoping that we were going to get the mic.
Oh, yeah.
That would have worked too.
The microphone would be real good.
The microphone power-up would have been fantastic, because like they could have made a little bit of a cinematic out of it, because they've been doing that kind of a couple of times around Shulk gets everybody to rush in on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think Kirby, rocking hard, getting Mohawk.
Right.
Would have been so much fun. Instead, we get not only this that we've already seen before, but it doesn't look strong. Like, it looks weak. Like, it could kill 100%, 0%, and then you're dead. But it just looks slow, and it just does its animation, and then it's done.
Yeah, in a way, I would have rather seen something with Cook, like back from Brawl.
Yeah, I like Cook too.
Yeah,
Cook was funny.
Kirby.
I like that one explosion power up he gets.
Yeah,
and all the food.
Well, we're obviously all better than Sakurai.
Yeah, clearly we know.
What does he know about Kirby?
Jesus.
Not even a real Kirby film.
Yeah, but there's the whole thing with the Google search of like, if you, God, it was like, who created Kirby or something like that, and it showed that pic of, quote, Masahiro Sakurai that is definitely not Sakurai. No, it seems to be gone. If you do creator of Kirby, if you Google creator of Kirby, and you go down to like the videos section, like there's that picture that's still there. I think they've scrubbed it from the actual images that pop up, but it's like,
yeah,
it's a, that's what popped into my head when it's like, oh, it's Sakurai, he created Kirby, haha.
Yeah, no, that image you're talking about, I believe I read it on the Reddit that maybe 2 weeks ago they scrubbed it.
Wow.
Weird.
Yeah. Odd that they waited for so long, but I think it was scrubbed very shortly after the E3 demo.
Yeah, well, you'd think when his name pops back up in irrelevance, that might be important.
Who was that original Sakurai?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Fucking Nintendo Hitman got him.
Yeah, got him. Some good humor, though, in the still images on the characters page. Whether it's, Fox and the Blaster, or a showdown with Little Mac and the Hammer and Jigglypuff. It's some good screenshots there.
Yeah, for sure.
Classic stuff.
Everybody love Kirby.
Yeah. Well, on Tuesday night, on July 10th, it's the music update, what we look forward to each week, it seems. It says
Tuesday nights.
Yeah, it's something. It seems to be the pattern. We look forward to it. It says, today's music, you can now listen to Mega Man 4 Medley, the official Super Smash Bros. Ultimate website. Again, they did not correct that spelling. You're kind of missing an on in there. But let's take a listen to that excerpt of Mega Man 4 Medley. So this is arranged by Jun Senoue, and those may remember his name because he's tied up with the Sonic franchise, the Sonic Adventure games. He is, the guitarist on Crush 40, and man, you can tell, you really can tell. It's that good old butt rock, as they like to say.
Yeah,
it's very good.
This was definitely the best update of the week.
Yes,
by far and away. I'm really liking all of these. What series do you compose for? All right, you're composing for this guy now.
Yeah, no, it's fucking awesome.
Mostly it's just like, oh, you're Sonic. Everyone loves Sonic music. Here, take something that we've already done, but make it better.
And it's a simple medley like Mega Man, where it's only so many tracks. It's like, all right, this one gets guitar, this one gets the bass. You throw in some drums on it. It doesn't need to be super complicated. You just get those instruments that he's used to playing.
Just do it.
Stuff.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it opens with Dive Man, and I think it's all of us can remember back at Youmacon 2011, and there was the roast of Little Karibo. Whenever I hear that song, I think of Kerbifer's Martin Man, and God damn it, that takes me back.
Wow, yeah, I haven't thought about that in a while.
Oh God, we were all there.
Yeah, weren't we?
We were, and you can't find that roast anywhere because it would destroy so many people's careers.
Sorry, referencing things that do not exist on the internet anymore.
You'll just have to take our word for it, like the old days.
I was but a peon who had snuck into the audience.
This is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen. That whole thing.
Yeah, and I do think the Martin Man video, just the animation exists online. So if you want to get that Dive Man theme even more in your head, go check that out. But overall, I mean, it's another like A+ music update. Like, let's get more of these.
If there's something you can count on with Smash games, their soundtracks.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, it's just like, it's infuriating to me because it sounds like it goes way longer, and I'm like, why are you fucking just giving us a minute of it? We're just gonna fucking pirate the soundtracks later anyway. Just give it to me now.
Oh,
give
it's a tease. It's a tease.
He just does really fucking great work. June's like best work is just catchy melody ass rock.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, everyone I think thought of Sonic Adventure 2 pretty much right as it got going. It's pretty great. So yeah, again, well done, Sakurai and team. Another music update, but fix that text on the American website, just like also on July 10th. Today's item, Pokemon Alolan Raichu. He rides his tail and rushes the enemy. Since he moves freely around the stage, Alolan Raichu
and then we
may be a bit difficult to dodge. I guess apparently on the British and the Japanese versions of the site, they don't make these kind of spelling errors, but yeah, that Raichu.
This is just a covert announcement for a new Pokemon, Raichu.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
Gen 9.
And I don't know if it was just me, but when I first tried to refresh the page, and I think I initially saw the update, it looked like there were multiple screenshots. But now I look at it, it's just this one,
just this one picture,
just this one dumb image on. Yeah, this is Raichu. It's on Skloft. I don't know.
How's that tail thing work? I didn't play that game.
It's like a surfboard. So
his tail's just real big, and he's a psychic, so he can float on his tail.
Yeah.
He's psychic?
He is electric and psychic.
Oh, that
makes
makes
sense. Which is a really cool pairing.
Yeah.
Man, I sure would have liked to see him in motion, or at least tried to glean it from multiple screenshots.
Apparently, he'll be a bit difficult to dodge. I wonder what that's.
If only we hadn't seen it in one of the videos when they were going through it. We have seen it in action.
That's true.
it's hard to kind of approach this website looking for new information, which we get new music, which is awesome. But every so often, it's just kind of like, we know you've seen the videos. We know you've seen all the videos.
But do you remember all of them? That's the real key. So, I mean, God, Raichu's my favorite Pokemon out of all of them, but God, poor Rocky Who.
Yeah.
he got shafted here.
The way you say it just makes me think it's going to be played by Sylvesters alone.
Rocky Who.
Hey, man, I'm going to fly around the stage and I'm going to do some psychic attacks, man.
Something his opponent. Rocky.
It's so much it's so much easier to go upstairs when you can float above them.
Oh, man.
Oh, Rocky Who.
Let's go to July 11th. That is the Wednesday. It is the third of 4 fighters of the week. Number 46, Mega Man. Mega Man's standard and special moves use weapons copied from the bosses he's fought throughout the Mega Man series, so he has more projectiles than any other fighter. His final smash now features Proto Man and Bass.
Yeah. So this is super odd that, like, I understand where they're coming from, but, like, it's super weird to get a music update for Mega Man before the actual blog post for Mega Man.
Yeah, that timing was a little unusual, right?
Like, we didn't need Marth. Did they throw down the wrong M name?
All right, then we throw the one that starts with M. You know the one, of course.
Metroid. I mean, wait.
Mario. We did Mario already. Marthio. Marthio. He's first.
Got him.
So in a way, though, we got another Mega Man music update, though, because, you know, so many of the music tracks that go behind these short little videos, it's like, oh, great, of course, you know, Kirby's going to get greens. Why not? But Mega Man... exactly. Mega Man gets a Woodman remix. Okay. Awesome. Like I like hearing it.
Nice.
That Woodman.
We should have been done with a MIDI trumpet.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking great. Somebody should have done that.
I mean, it'd be better than
Resident Evil's Basement.
It'd be better than what is it, Electric Noises, whatever on Hannenbau. Just get something with little MIDI trumpets.
Oh god, have we seen that fucking stage? I hope that stage doesn't come back.
Not yet.
It'd be interesting as a Battlefield form, maybe.
Coming back as a character.
God.
But yeah, I mean, we're seeing all of Mega Man's moves in the little video, and nothing's really standing out. I mean, stages. I mean,
half the video is the final smash.
Yeah, we're seeing.
He opens with that new parry mechanic.
It's true. That's right.
That's the only thing that really jumped out at me is like, oh yeah, this is definitely not Smash 4 footage.
A little odd that you could almost make that mistake, though.
And like his eyes are yellow when he does that parry.
All
characters
do that with a perfect shield.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
They have persona shadows.
Yeah,
should they be? Is this a perfect shield, or should we just start calling it the perfect parry now?
I mean, it operates like a parry, but I think the term is perfect shield.
Because now it's like it's the after. You had to release like after it. Yeah.
Somebody thinks that that pose he does looks like one of the Mega Man box arts. I want to say like it might be the power up screen when you get powers in 7. It was something. It looked almost exactly like the way he's sticking his gun out and stuff.
Interesting.
They were really good with his like animations, like matching his sprite poses in the classic games and stuff.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that was right from the first one, and then when he does like the slide and all that, it's so good there. Yeah, a lot of different stages, whether it's Wily's Castle or Great Cave Offensive. Once again, seeing all those. As far as the still images on the character page on the website, good mashup of Ivysaur and Leaf Shield. That's a clever little thing there.
Yeah, good stuff.
I can do this, can you?
And then, when we're seeing certain final smashes, that's another thing. All 4 of these characters, we do know their final smash this week. It's not like, some of them are still up in the air. They're still secret. What could they be? But when it's like, oh, they added, Proto Man and bass in the background. It's like, but that really, it's nice, but what does that actually contribute?
Like in the back of my head, I'm just going like, well, there goes Proto Man the Echo Fighter.
Yeah.
It's even stronger.
Or does he get replaced with Mega Man? But like Proto Man has.
Does he get replaced with Alonso? When Proto Man is in battle, Alonso jumps in. He says, "Leave it to me." We got to add something every episode. It's got to be Alonso.
Well, this is. I mean, even though we did know that Proto Man gets is updated as part of Mega Man. It is just really sad to see, like, even these guys can't make it as Echo Fighters.
Yeah, right.
I like your idea. I was actually thinking about that the other day, that maybe Mega Man swaps their places if they're an Echo Fighter. I was thinking about...
Like, that'd be super cool.
Yeah, it would be. And now I'm thinking about Treble being bases up B, and then Proto Man, like, he's just fucked. He doesn't have a dog.
So, no dog, no Smash.
Nana helps him jump.
Yeah. We get to the last update of the week. It is on July 12th, the Thursday. It is today's fighter number 28, Pit. Pit is a well-balanced, well-rounded character with a defensive special that nullifies long-distance attacks and excellent recovery. It nullifies excellent recovery? Okay, okay. He's a great choice for new players. Pit has excellent recovery, but I don't know, does the defensive special nullify excellent recovery? English is hard, guys.
The arrows do.
Yeah.
Man, he sucked in Brawl. I hated him.
I kind of miss that attack for the trolling.
Me too.
I remember Peter's Pit from Brawl. It's the first time we ever fought. Peter beat me with Pit.
Is that?
There you go.
First time I fought Peter in Brawl, he down aired Toon Link off the stage, just like I'd seen him do in a lot of videos, and it made me very happy.
Yep. I'm glad you guys remember this because I don't remember shit.
Well, you had a lot of people trying to play you back in those days because they had just spent, 35 odd episodes listening to you talk about Brawl. Now they want to fight you in Brawl.
Put him to the test.
In real life.
In real life.
I don't live up to expectations.
Well, yeah,
pretty much. So we definitely still keep the side B of the uppercut arm. We have the down B with the shields. I guess what he's talking about. The final smash is different, but we've seen that before.
Yeah,
it's better.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, as long as it is keeping to the trend of you're not really controlling it. In a way, if it's like that quick cinematic just to get in and get out, get it over with, I guess that would make it more effective.
They're better than the Centurion Army, whatever Brawl had.
Yeah. The little
angels. Yeah. Move out!
Yeah, I still want to hear a clear audio of Pit saying as he goes off the top for the kill, I never learned how to read! Because I guess that's apparently a thing.
Yeah, in Kid Icarus Uprising, Pet mentions offhandedly that he never learned how to read.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious.
Well,
and it's supposedly a quote that he says when he goes off the top for a sky kill.
I would never play that game because I like my hands, but I did watch a Let's Play of it for a minute, and the script was really funny.
I'm still amazed it never came to like Wii or something.
Oh, I know.
Feels like it was made for it.
I found the 3DS stand the other day, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've never used this.
Circle Pad Pro.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
Is there anything else to say about Pit's face?
There really isn't.
His face on the screenshot on the Find Me stage with the Dark Lord. I'm trying to think in what context he would make that kind of face. It's kind of like a gasp, like a shock expression. Like, what's happening here? I have no idea.
Maybe he just got shot by a Falco laser, so that's how he's not really going anywhere.
Maybe it's like a shock of frozen in place. And then the next one, is that like a forward air? It's kind of weird how he's letting go of the blades as they're spinning.
He's Kratos now.
Yes.
Kratos?
Blades, instead of the blades of chaos, the blades of mercy.
That'd be a good crossover.
Yeah.
I'd play that.
Some Tales of Symphonia up in here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Now you're speaking my language. Even though Grant here apparently likes Genus.
Genus is great. What's your problem?
Really? Because he's not.
Did you see Indignation? It's amazing.
Yeah, he's a good character to have in your party.
Yeah.
He's a terrible character.
No, he's Lloyd's best friend who sees through racism. Great, touching.
His voice actor stopped caring in the middle of some of his sentences.
Nah, look, I'm not gonna say that like all the voice acting is 100%. It's a GameCube JRPG from like 2002. No one really cared back then.
But Lloyd's voice actor went unnecessarily hard.
But Genus is a good dude. He sees that 99% of humans are racist, but he's best friends with the one that isn't. And he's like, you know what? Maybe you guys are cool.
I like
You know what Genus is.
Geno's great too.
How about, Lloyd back in the day was like an easy contender for some people wanting Lloyd to be in Smash Brothers. And you'd think as far as Namco,
I was gonna say there are still some people out there who are banging that drum. Look, I'd be thrilled if it happened, but that is a pipe dream of a pipe dream.
But yeah, and you think as Namco becomes more involved with Smash Brothers, like it should help more, right?
He's just not as relevant as like Cloud still is. Like, it's just
that Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition is coming out.
It's coming out.
If there's a time for Yuri Lowell to be in Smash Brothers, this is
right.
I'm not saying it shouldn't happen. I'm just saying they're not as much of a thing these days as like Final Fantasy still is.
No.
I'm not even saying it's okay, and I like Final Fantasy more, but I want to play Vesperia because it's got a cool dog.
It does have a cool dog. Repeat's the best.
Yuri Lowell doesn't make it in, but Repeat does. I'd be okay with this.
Alternate costume, Amaterasu somehow. Capcom.
Echo
He
Fighter
has a
Midna.
costume in the game that's basically Amaterasu. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Or you can dress him up like a baseball player. He's got so many crazy costumes.
He's really one of the most fantastic characters.
So Pit. Yeah.
Anyway, Pit. Slightly less impressive dog.
That's really about it. So yeah, 6 updates, 4 characters. It was certainly quite the week. But let's move to the mail time segment.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail.
We got 2 questions this week. First comes from DVDSmith. There's been a lot of talk about characters' movesets changing or not changing, mainly in SSBU around Ganondorf and the appearance of his sword. Would you rather your main got an entirely new moveset that was more referential to their original games, like giving Luigi his Poltergust, or would you rather keep the same moveset from previous Smash games with minimal changes to keep continuity between the titles and so you don't have to relearn your main? Personally, I'm in favor of new movesets because it would give more originality and reduce the number of non-Echo Fighter clones. For example, giving young Link a moveset based entirely around the masks from Majora's Mask to differentiate him from Toon Link. But I'm interested to hear your thoughts. I also wanted to give this, a shout out here because DVDSmith on Twitter at Show Me Your News plugged us there is where he sent in the question. You can also send in questions to our Discord on showmenews.com/Discord, but he combined it with some really sweet words, and it's always really nice to hear your feedback. Just how it's good to have Show Me Your News back in your life and things like that. That's always very touching. So thank you for that. I'm with you. I'm in favor of mixing it up a little bit. This is the ultimate Smash. Anything to differentiate characters from each other, I'm totally okay with that.
I feel like with the changing of mechanics, especially, that it doesn't really matter if they have the same moveset that they had before.
I mean, we're seeing Doc, get the new down air. I mean,
yeah, like Doc's got a new down air, and Diddy doesn't attack with his tail anymore. I do think that, we should be seeing a little bit more differentiation with their moves than we have. That said, obviously, that's really not going to be the case.
For me, a lot of it has to do with how similar the rest of the game is. If just like the hypothetical of like my character in the new Smash Brothers has an entirely new moveset or is very, very different. Meanwhile, my friend who plays Mario is practically the same. Like that would be frustrating in, I think, both directions. It would be frustrating as someone who loves a character and now is just like, well, they're exactly the same. I've already played this. This doesn't feel like a new game. Versus the frustration of like, I want to be good at this game, and my friend and I, we were equally good, and now his character gets to be the same, and I've got to learn something entirely new. Would be also frustrating.
I don't want to relearn Sonic. I couldn't play him in Project M because I'm like, this is not the same dude anymore.
And I can't play him at all in Smash 4. I tried today. It's not a thing.
I mean, make his side B fucking different than his down B. More, don't yell at me that it is different. It's not.
Not in fucking Smash 4. Not really.
No.
But like, I can still play Mario. Like, Mario is the only person I can really make the case for. It's like, yeah, no, his moveset should probably stay the same. Maybe do a different down B, but overall, just he's good where he is.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed that Cappy doesn't have more presence than he does.
I would have really liked to see something for him, like especially like I'd like to see Flood replaced, but I do love Sunshine. I love the representation it has. I do wish that they would give him the goddamn hover nozzle.
Yeah.
Like even just for a split hover, like it doesn't have to be Peach's float. It just could be just like as useful as Diddy's hover is in Tropical Freeze. Just a quick spurt and there you go.
Fuck it, rocket nozzle. Just come back from all the way at the bottom.
Poof. But you can kill yourself off the top with it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That'd be
too fast, too far.
But similarly speaking, when you're talking about Flood for a down B, I mean, let's talk about Luigi's Poltergust. Like, why is that not a down B? Do we need the Luigi Cyclone?
I love that move.
But do we need it though as a down B?
I need it. Yeah.
No, like I'd rather see the Poltergust. Like, I mean, okay, I'd love to see the Poltergust, comma, I'm glad it's not a thing because the only mechanic for the Poltergust would be to blow or to suck. And yes, get your chew giggles out now. Okay, we're good. Thank you.
Oh,
Isn't it still his final smash?
Maybe.
Presumably.
Presumably, yeah.
Now, hear me out. I know this character's been at the heart of controversy, but let's take Waluigi for a second. Every item that the Mario Brothers have, but then drop, like the Flood, the Poltergeist, like all of that, Waluigi picks it up after they throw it away, and that's his moveset.
Oh my god.
An amalgamation of all of the tools Mario and Luigi wants to use and no longer have.
Waluigi possessing people.
Just redo this cinematic of Mega Man copying all the Robot Masters, and it's Waluigi. He's just got this amalgamation of shit.
Waluigi rummaging through Mario and Luigi's like closets, being like, this sweeper could be useful, and just runs off.
It just makes me think that his entrance pose for the start of the game, where it's counting down 3, 2, 1, is just Waluigi and Mario's trash and popping out of it.
Mr. Eyeballs, and then just throws a soccer ball at him.
Yeah.
Because he's got it all.
With a whip, because that was the thing.
Yeah.
They could bring back his suck it taunt.
Oh, yeah.
I know Waluigi is like a huge joke, and like Sakurai said it isn't genuine, and he's right. But the more I think about it, the more
it has been. Look, okay, real talk, internet. I know we all like to get our giggles and be like, "Oh, wouldn't it be great if Waluigi was Smash because he's so dumb and bad?" No, he's great. I love him genuinely. I feel like I'm in like the very small percentage that exists. That like, no, I get he's supposed to be a goof, but that's what makes him endearing. I like that.
I've gone the other way where I thought he was a meme and it was funny, and now I'm like, no, do it.
I hate him. I hate him.
All right, guys, I actually have to go.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, I had to come in a little after the intro. I gotta go a little before the end. But it was a lot of fun talking to you guys. But I do need to go.
I'm glad you got to tune in.
Thanks for popping in, man.
Drive safely.
All right, guys. Peace out.
But yeah, I think that's the gist of that question. Is we would like to see more. I mean that we mentioned that Young Link idea with the Majora's Mask. I mean that's so perfect.
That would be awesome.
It'd be so good. But
it's love that.
Unfortunately not going to happen. But yeah, I would absolutely love to see that.
So here's the idea: we're going to leave Young Link the same, but Toon Link now gets a bunch of train and boat related moves.
Alfonso.
Yeah. I mean, God, that's the other thing too. Is like Wind Waker has so many good items. Like up B is the grappling hook, side B as the Deku Leaf, down B as the Skull Hammer. But is that going to happen? No, apparently not. He's still got to use arrows and bombs. I'm like, come on, man.
I get why they don't want to change Young Link. I feel like they're afraid to change any Melee character just because of like the fan base. Like they were gonna probably make. I think they said they were gonna make Dr. Mario an Echo, and then they're like, no, Melee people will probably be upset. And like I totally get that. But what you're saying, yeah, they probably should change Toon Link a little more because I mean, Toon Link was kind of that allegory for Young Link anyway. So you might as well just make Toon Link the weird one.
Yeah, it's weird that you mentioned. I was thinking that for Melee too, and then it's just like, oh yeah, but Pichu hurting himself is still a fucking good idea, right? Okay.
Oh yeah, no, that's great.
Let's keep that.
The reason we dropped Brawl was because Pichu wasn't there and he wasn't hurting himself. That was the final straw.
Maybe Pichu's the only character who can trip too, so I don't know.
Yeah, how about we just make Pichu be the mistakes of all these games?
Zenjestr asks our final question of the day and says, what character reveal would make you absolutely lose your mind? Think D1's reaction to Snake coming back. I think, many people's reaction to Snake or Ridley was another good one. I mean, I know Samurai Panda had a big one to Snake coming back. For me, that's a good question. Besides Goku, like Goku would be the answer because it's Goku. Shovel Knight. I would be ecstatic to see Shovel Knight.
For me, I would have to go. We mentioned it earlier. If Yuri Lowell or Lloyd Irving, either from Tales of Vesperia or Symphonia, got in, that would blow my mind, and I would probably have a very loud physical reaction. Same up there, up around the same area would also be Goku. And would also be Sora from Kingdom Hearts. If any of those four somehow showed up, I would be like, "Are you kidding?" And just like,
yeah.
I would respond.
I was fucking thinking about Sora. He's not really. I mean, I haven't researched this very heavily, but like, he's not really been in any fucking like crossover game. I feel like
he showed up in World of Final Fantasy. He showed up as like a summon in that. That's been the only like. Not Kingdom Hearts thing that he is.
I don't know why he's not in like Dissidia or something though,
Right,
yeah.
Right, yeah.
If he was in Dissidia, I might have maybe paid attention to that game.
I know. Yeah, that fucking came and went, huh?
Yeah, it did.
Youko stole my thunder with Goku, but I this is something I've like seriously thought about because Goku's like kind of a joke like thing to say, I feel like a bit. But the more I think about it, like when Cloud got announced like that, I freaked the fuck out. And now when I think about it, I'm like, is there anyone else? Like, because that was kind of the like
that does seem like the limit of insane.
I mean, yeah.
It
like,
just opened the floodgates, though. I mean, anything is possible.
Solaire from Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I mean, like Banjo would make me freak out.
Yeah.
Like that'd be cool. But like Cloud, like I was like, well, Cloud's in there, fucking.
Yeah, Cloud's in here. Of course, Banjo's allowed in.
But the more I think about it, like Goku is that fucking guy. Like I would lose my mind.
What makes Goku stand apart is that's crossing the threshold from these are all video game characters. So now we are able to go outside of video games. It's like, if Goku can get in, what the fuck's stopping Iron Man?
Yeah.
Like, where does this go?
We anime now.
Like, hey, we brought in Goku and also Darth Vader. Like, that's our new DLC duo pack. This is just Mugen now.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I mean, there's already like 60 characters.
Look forward to Light Yagami and Omega Tom Hanks next.
But it is like I said though, it's like a joke, but it's like, man, come on, he's like a national fucking treasure over there. He fights everybody. It's Goku. Just do it.
Yeah.
What if they turn it on its head and it's not Goku but Luffy shows?
I wouldn't hate that. but I want Goku.
They just throw it in from the Ultimate Fighter
Jump
DON
Force,
or something.
Yeah.
I want Goku and I want a Crush 40 version of Headshell. I'll do it.
That's
two worlds together.
That's the arrangement there. Tony, not even Gino?
Gino would be fucking hype.
Yeah, I'd actually get really excited for Gino too.
I want any fucking like acknowledgement that Mario RPG was a video game.
A
like
Mario RPG level would be enough for me. If it's just like we're in Gino's woods or whatever, and like Mallow walks by in the background, I'd be like, oh my gosh, Mario RPG! They know it's real.
That would make me more excited in the like realm of like them acknowledging that game and fucking maybe making an RPG 2, which I want so bad. And there's no fucking reason they're not.
I want to follow up with Booster.
Fuck. What happened with that wedding with Valentina?
What's he up to?
But this would make me freak out as much. But like any Persona thing, but that would mostly that would mostly be because I just want the stage and the music.
Yes.
I probably wouldn't play as your Narukami, but I want the stage and music.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Geno, like, I don't have like the game connection with it, but I think that would just be like full circle from Brawl Hype and Show Me Your News and moderation on Smashboards with like the Ridley Wars and Geno and those fan bases going at it. If like both can say like, here you go, I, Sakurai, listened. I think that'd make me more hyped.
Yeah,
more than
actually,
anything.
now that I think about it, Geno is maybe the most plausible actual let's complete this game move.
Yeah.
That's like, I feel like that's the last like heavily rumored, everyone thought it was going to be their character.
Yoko Shinamara's doing music. Fuck it.
Yeah, right. And you have the Mii costume from Wii U. So like they're aware. They know. Let's just have Square Enix bend that little bit more.
Then on top of that, they'll add in the Thunderstone item so you can evolve Pikachu and play as Raichu.
No, Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky. Sorry.
Rocky Who. And then it's Alfonso as Rocky Who when he's on.
When
and
he has to play.
Landmaster shows up.
Landmaster! Well, on that note, I think that's about all we have to talk about on this episode of Show Me Your News Ultimate. Thanks so much for tuning in, Grant. Always a pleasure to talk and catch up with you. Please, by all means, plug away. What do you have going on?
Thank you so much for having me. Hi, I'm Grant, Master Wuggles on Twitter, MasterWGS on Twitch. You can hear me every so often, as in every day, pretty much on TFS Gaming. We have a YouTube, TFS Gaming. It's the Team 4-Star guys, the guys who do that Dragon Ball Abridged thing. I've shown up as a couple very minor background voices, but nothing much.
Dude, it fucking... What was that one you just, like, yelled a non sequitur? Like, when, it's like, that makes sense or something. That fucking... I'm like, fucking killed me. I'm like, that's great.
Yeah, I got to yell, that makes sense, in a video that, like, over 1 million people saw, which is a really weird feeling.
Good shit.
But yeah, those are basically all the places you can find me. If you like JRPGs or Icons Combat Arena, those have been like the two main things I've been streaming lately. So hit me up on Twitch if you want to check me out.
Awesome. Tony, I think, is it next week you're going over to Supers?
Yep. It'll be fun.
That should be a good time. So yeah, you can find Tony on Twitter at TonyTH_GHH. I am at Pete Speak Easy. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Make sure to check out that Discord, showmenews.com/Discord. Listen to episodes live, chat with us, chat with fans, and send in those mail time questions. With that, I'm Yoko. We're out. We'll see you next time. Show me your news.